Okay, today I thought it'd be fun to recap some of the big picture wins from Fit Moms over the past, 4 years now almost, which is crazy, you guys, because again, I could have never, 5 years ago, 4 years ago, even three, I could have never imagined things being the way that they are, which is so cool. It's like a but God, situation. I'm sure you have plenty of those too, but I I just feel so blessed that this is what I get to do as my job. And I want to again encourage you, all the more reason to pursue what you love and go after your calling, because I've said it before and I will say it again. There is no greater joy than doing the thing that God has designed for you to do, because it's like what you're designed to do. And my work, it really doesn't feel like work. And my clients, my fit moms, I want to hang out with them in real life, and we're actually working on making that happen. Right now, we're working on a Fit Moms trip for Accelerator Gals because they're so stinking awesome. So, two of them actually, which I reference in this training, they came to a retreat with me. And let's see, it was last summer. We went to a retreat. It was for Christian entrepreneurs who are also homeschooling. And you didn't have to fit into every category, or you could just come and hang out. So shout out to go check out the Joyful Mama podcast, because they are the ones who ran this retreat. But anyway, a couple of my Fit Mom sisters, they came to the retreat and I got to meet and hug them in person. And it was so much fun. And we didn't have to just see each other on Zoom anymore. And anyway, it's a really cool gift that I get to be a coach and a mentor and a friend to these rock stars. So I was pondering so many of their stories, and I thought I'd compile a list of several of them so that you can hear all the different ways that God is moving in our community, really understand what's changing in their hearts, how scripture is being declared over their life, how they're using biblical principles to truly change. For their confidentiality, I'm not going to share their names, but you can go back to episodes 5, 15, and 23, and also listen in on the testimonial this coming Thursday for another Fit Mom story and hear it from their own mouths. Let's get started. Hey, welcome to the Kingdom Fit Moms podcast, where we believe that you can go on a journey to lose weight for the last time. I know you've tried all the things and you may not believe me yet, but when you do weight loss the Kingdom Fit Moms way, everything changes. You're in the right place if weight is constantly on your mind, you're confused about food, you're missing out on memories, and maybe even putting your dreams off for another day, because this weight struggle is no joke. We're a community, and we're on a mission to invite God into this weight loss journey so you can shed the burden and shine your light. I want you to start living and believing in the version of yourself that heaven sees. Let's get started. We're focusing on faith and fitness and food all together this month, and I am hoping to really bless you on my email list this month with a weekly devotional. So if you are loving it, if it's speaking to you, make sure that you reply to me. Well, first of all, get on the email list. You can do that in the show notes, and then reply and tell me your takeaways. It's so fun to hear how God is working in your heart and how he's, just changing your life, maybe through this weight loss journey or whatever's going on. I want to get to know you. I actually went away for a weekend and God gave me a word to share. And so I wrote this devotional in hopes to really, bless your socks off and really dive into that freedom that you so desire in your journey this month in October. And then don't forget, October 19th, you need to remove everything from your calendar. Seriously, come hang out with me. I really want to get to know you, hang out with you on our live training, Christian Weight Loss 101. It's brand new, and we will be getting you on track before the holiday madness hits. So there's going to be a lot of self-reflection, a lot of action planning, all the things, everything to really get you started, or even to just renew your mind around Christian weight loss. So you may have been in my world for a while, you may be brand new, wherever you're at, come join us. We'll teach you what it means to do Christian weight loss, how we do it, what you need to do to get started, or how to reset and stop feeling overwhelmed. I will see you there. Check out the show notes or go follow me on socials, Instagram, Facebook, join our Kingdom Fit Moms Facebook group so that you can sign up. It does require registration. I'll see you soon. Okay, let's start with the story of the fit mom who did not believe that she could. So once upon a time, there was a fit mom who came to me upset that she constantly was struggling with weight. And she was the sweetest to talk to, so sweet. And I knew that when I was talking to her, I sensed something in the spirit that her freedom was coming and that we would be working together, and I just really sensed a major breakthrough for her. I remember seeing her request to join our Facebook group. Back then it was called Fit for Life, and something again in my spirit, I just knew that she was going to be a part of what we do. And lo and behold, a month or so later, she signed up to work together, and her transformation went from emotionally eating regularly and feeling really down about her identity to embracing new identity, like I'm an athlete, I don't need to eat in order to be comforted, I'm a leader, I can lead other women to get healthy too. That has been a really big part of her story. And now, when life has been hard, even amidst the hardship, she has kept her health in check. And of course, it's not perfect, and we never expected that. But the hard didn't lead her to derailing or to stop believing that she was worth fighting for. And if you're in the accelerator program, you know who I'm talking about, and just say amen to the fact that this girl is such a blessing, an encourager, and just out there walking the talk. And once her identity shifted into feeling worthy and capable and blessed and excited, everything shifted, and she's down 80 some pounds already, and we're getting excited to celebrate her 100-pound milestone. So she's amazing. Let's talk about our next fit mom story. Once upon a time, there was another fit mom who had a couple babies, and she wanted to lose some weight. So she jumped in, and her story is that she really embraced real food and quickly lost 30 pounds, like in 3 months. Amazing. And then she stumbled upon a problem. She really loved baking, and she also feared a little bit about what her family would think if she became the healthy one. Those are two pieces of the puzzle there. So again, the point of this podcast, right, is to talk about how we incorporate biblical truths into these weight loss testimonies. So number one, with the baking, we helped her to really reframe her thoughts around this and understand that baking, we can still totally bake, and we can use real food, and it can still be delicious. And actually, we can shift the culture and make it so that baking, healthy food, heaven forbid we have healthy food for baking, right? It can be normal, and we can shift the culture of what other people may desire as well. And she could bless other people with real food, that real food is good food. And so there was just a shift in, you know what, I can still bake, and I can just swap out some different ingredients and still bless people and start to make that seem normal, because it should be normal, right? And then as far as in her family, she went from feeling bad about being the buzzkill to not eating all the crappy food, right? To really embracing her identity and seeing herself as worth the fight, no matter what others think. And then eventually, hoping to actually influence her family to follow in her footsteps. I think the main shifting point that I saw for her was that she recognized that this journey is hers. And the honor that she it's just so honorable to do this for God, and it's worth the potential rejection from her family, which ultimately wasn't even a big deal. It was something that was kind of worked up in her mindset, and then as she started to choose health for herself, her family actually got on board and started to make similar changes, which is amazing. Okay, another fit mom story. Once upon a time, there was a fit mom who really wanted to do the deep spiritual work to break free. And she did. So, again, you're sensing a theme here. We started with identity, who she is, the way that heaven sees her, and really dove into what it means to be a daughter of God, what we have access to, what our Father wants for us, our good, perfect Heavenly Father who advocates for us and teaches us and wants good things for us, wants abundance for us. And after we went through that process, we dove into digging up those root lies that had been affecting her life since she was a little girl and had been affecting her weight loss journey really since, as long as she could remember. And she realized that she was bullied at a young age about her weight and took that on. She basically agreed with the lies and took that on as part of her identity, that I guess I'm just overweight and nobody should like me because of that. And then she realized that she also judged her parents for not intervening and for abandoning her. That's how she interpreted it in that bullying situation. So we were able to go through a process of helping her to forgive and release that. And she released the false identity, and now something has shifted in her spirit. She now says, I'm not trying, I'm training. And I love that statement so much because just try saying it yourself. Like when you speak that kind of life and confidence over you, something shifts in your spirit. And now she's lifting weights. She's embracing an identity as a fit mom. She makes decisions based on this. Like, what would my fit mom self do right now? And she's not making decisions based on how things are manifesting in the natural, because she still wants to lose more weight. But she's making decisions based on where she's going and who she's becoming. Okay, one more story. Once upon a time, there was a fit mom who was either all in or all out. She was either on a diet or she wasn't. She was doing whatever she wanted or whatever she thought she hated, right? It was either one or the other, until she started hanging out with us inside of Fit Mom's Accelerator. And when she joined, she quickly lost 30 pounds, but she hadn't made the heart shift to really let go of the desire to still do things her way. But God has continued to transform her heart over a year, maybe a year and a half later, to help her to realize that real freedom is in His ways, and that she can get a little off track and still hop right back on, and it's not the end of the world. That she gets to choose. She has the freedom to choose, yes, for her health and for her family. Something has shifted in her, and she is now empowered. She is taking back what the enemy has stolen. But you know what the best part is? Is that it's no longer that hard, right? It's just a part of what she does, this healthy lifestyle. And she had to go through some trial and error, some coaching, some learning, some growing, some putting the weight back on, and kind of rebelling against, what she knew in her head and what she wanted to do. She had to go through that process. But now, because she is giving her obedience to God out of that love for Him, she's breaking free and also leading other women in our community to do the same. And that's a really cool thing that I see about all these women that I mentioned, and so many more. I could go on. And we've been talking about that among some of the leaders, is that your path to healing, just like the women that I mentioned here today, it often, maybe arguably always, maybe not always, but the majority of the time, involves leading other people in that same type of healing. Once you experience that restoration, there's something so important and just transformative about being able to take people through that same journey. How about we have time for one more story? Once upon a time, there was a fit mom who thought she had to count everything. She could eat pretty well all day and then eat whatever she wanted sneakily in her bedroom because she did a 2-hour workout and saved up all those calories. She looked pretty fit and trim, but still didn't feel free. She never felt like she had arrived or quite measured up. Food always felt enslaving until she realized that she could shift her heart and mind around loving real food And there was real freedom in that. It didn't have to be so hard. And that actually real food is delicious and can actually be something that she craved. This fit mom, ladies, is me. I have been set free from literally ever counting anything ever again. I refuse to do it. And I know what to do now to fuel my body, and it's just second nature. I love moving. I love exercise, but it's no longer something that I have to do, or it's not a chore or something that I feel guilty about if I miss. Instead, it's a get to, because I am going to live to 100. I'm just declaring, like all of my Blue Zones friends, which I love my Blue Zones, but I'm curious now, which of these stories resonates the most with you, and which of these stories do you want to see yourself on the other side of, just like these women? Where has God transformed your heart and mind? What are your testimonies? I want you to hop inside of the Kingdom Fit Moms community and tell us, where are you looking to be transformed? If you're ready to invite God into this journey, then go for it. What are you waiting for, right? So we have so many ways that you can get involved. Go hop inside of our Kingdom Fit Moms free community. You can join the Academy. Fit Moms Academy is a lifetime access DIY course that walks you through basically how to reset all of your health foundations so they align with His ways. You understand how to dig up those root lies that we talked about, how to love real food, how to cook, how to get your family on board, how to manage your time. And then if you're somebody who is like, yeah, all that sounds great, but I want help, I want support to dive in, then hop down in the show notes, go apply for the Fit Moms Accelerator program. We only let a few people in per month because we want to keep this a group who's really all in, serious about this really immersive experience. So if that's you, just make sure you go apply, and we can talk about if it's a good fit for both of us. We want to make sure that all the women are really committed to breaking these chains and saying, I'm done with the struggle. I want to go live out my kingdom purpose in freedom. Hey Fit Mom, if this episode blessed you today and you can think of somebody else who's struggling in her weight loss journey, would you consider sharing this week's episode with her to give her a sense of hope? And then while you're at it, hop on over to our free Facebook community, Kingdom Fit Moms, for daily encouragement and support. Let's go shed the weight to shine the light.